don't typically do a lot of reviews, but I do have to say that I'm thoroughly blown away by one of these two products I'm showing you here. Let me set up my intended use. As you can see, I am actually currently sitting in a Smittybilt Overlander Tent, which is mounted on my Subaru Outback. Thoroughly blown away by that product, by the way. It uses Sunbrella as its main material here, like heavy grade awnings do on RVs, so it can really take a beating. However, one thing I've noticed about it is that it is very good at collecting heat on a hot day inside. It's got excellent windows and ventilation, but sometimes that's just not quite enough. So I decided I was going to look into finding some sort of battery operated fan that would help with cooling either during the day or during the night, depending on the condition of where I set up. So the two products I am showing you here are, this one doesn't put its name on the front, but it's called the Kinemix camping fan, and this one right here, they also don't say what theirs is. I guess that's the name of it right there. Desk fan or camping. It's actually technically referred to as a stroller fan, but for you guys out there, you don't need to be super worried about that because it is incredibly awesome in a lot of different uses. Either of them can be used with a battery pack. This one comes with two 18650s rechargeable lithium ions, which are super nice. This one comes with nothing, comes with other than the fan, but it does have a light, and it comes with its power cable, which just uses a standard USB to a, like, what is that, a female connection? Either way, battery pack I'm demoing here with this particular fan today is this one, which is a 10,400 milliamp, more than sufficient. This thing right here with its two 18650s is probably about 4,000 milliamps, and it has a presumed runtime on low of about 40 hours. I think that's what it says on the box. Let's double check. I don't know. Pretty sure I read that somewhere. Either way, it's a long time, whereas this one on low is between 10 and 15. So first of all, you can see different setups. This one has a nice clip, which works well with either a desk nightstand or, in the case of most of these fans' usages, on a stroller. So this one can rotate, based on however you want that to go. Plus it has a handy little hook here, which comes up and works actually quite well on any of the bars supporting this thing. But now let me show you how they do compared to each other running. So let me give you a baseline audio test here so you can get an idea of the kind of environment I'm sitting in. So I'm going to stop talking for a second. So it's a little noisy-ish here. I don't know if it'll come over too well, but I'm just parked in my apartment building complex's parking lot, and there's just road noise going by. But other than that, there's not too much more than typical sort of neighborhood noise. But let me go ahead and switch this guy on so you can get an idea of how his audio output is, if and when you're trying to sleep during the night. Okay, so LEDs decided to come on. That's kind of nice, especially if you're using it as a super thing, but we'll just run through some of the modes. It has a low light on, fan off. It has a low light mode on, fan on low, and then it has the opposites of those where it's just light on, just fan on, just light on high, just fan on high, and just light on high, fan on high, light on. So you get the basic idea of how it's working. But here you go. So this is it running. Not sure why it blinked there. That's actually its high mode, which from a sound generation perspective doesn't really sound that much different than the low mode. That's low light, low fan. That's no light, high fan. It's two-bladed. The wind does get a little bit more diffused and doesn't quite hold a very strong intensity on either low or high, but it does move a sufficient amount of air either way. And that's high light, no fan. And then that's low and low. So now for this one, the YX Wind Mini Desk Fan. First of all, turn it on, low mode. I cannot even hear it running right now, but I feel a pretty decent amount of air coming off of it. I'll just ramp it up. It has like a speed fader knob, which is kind of nice. It's about halfway. Now, in the case of this fan being on high, I do have to say that the annoyance isn't the noise of the fan motor as it is with this one. This one just makes more noise with wind noise. There's a little bit of a hum of the motor, but it's real quiet. Taking it all the way down to low. This fan's decibel generation is actually pretty amazing for the amount of air that it's moving, even on low. It is really quiet. It is, they say ultra quiet. I would totally agree with them on the box right there. This thing is crazy quiet. The other nice thing that I like about it, especially the fact that I would be using it in a tent situation, is this. Now, of course, I don't have it really aligned very properly to be as efficient as possible in its oscillation, but either way, that is fully adjustable either this way or in terms of how you want to point it, in which direction it will oscillate. Now, it'll oscillate 365 degrees on a compass, and this will turn fully around, so you can really get your air going in any direction you like. And very satisfied with this. I think of the two, this one will probably be my favorite. I've already used it a bunch of times during the night, and it has run for 6 hours and felt completely strong and ready to continue running when I woke up in the morning. So pretty satisfied with it. Of course, it does not have a light like that one does, but that's not a big deal because I carry a few with me. That one is good. That one is great. Thanks for watching.